Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 91 or 92? 92. It was a pretty good episode last time. A lot of stuff got revealed, so a little worn out here. So hopefully, this episode is just as good.
Tiresias and
so
I
first
have
off,
the same mom.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
Yeah.
This episode will either air on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I have decided which one's more advantageous because it's a Tuesday, Wednesday sort of setup. So, so happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you're sitting down and watching or listening to Stranger Damies while you're ignoring your family.
That would be incredible.
As you should do.
You would be my new best friend if you took time out of your Christmas day to listen to us and watch us. And I love you.
So to recap,
I love you.
In the aftermath of the death of Terry, who was the governor of Valle section of Stillbend here, the Wyld Stallynz found out a little bit more information about A, what's going on in general, and B, about their Blue Dragonborn friend Tiresias. Learned that Annie is really pissed off and seems to have been make deals with two different people in the Hells, which probably not a good idea. Tiresias found his mother, who's captured and being held by Terry, and then she revealed some information that confirmed something Zakara had seen. That there is a second version of Tiresias that looks exactly like him. That version is currently working with Annie and the Lord of the Hells. Tiresias' mom explained that she saw her son suffering after breaking out of the cult of the dragon and wanted to remove the evil from him, but instead of removing it and dissipating it and getting rid of it, it formed another version of Tiresias that is just pure evil. So essentially, it's a good thing you guys, maybe a bad thing, good or bad.
Probably a bad thing.
Yeah, if you had been in the Hells with Tiresias, you may have been hailed as royalty. Who knows? Since they do look exactly alike. So you guys have processed all that, figured out that Annie really just wants to rip the head off of Pizza Tacos because of all the trouble that's being caused in Stillbend, especially after his Marxist revolution in Valle. And she wants to do it right in front of Tribeca, who she is holding capture on her balcony in Always Field, which is what she named the northern part of Stillbend here, which is where her stronghold is located. You guys, I've been giving your instructions that it's probably not best to head strong into Annie's stronghold, as security will probably be much stronger than any of you are ready for. But Futura, one of the three leaders of the resistance in the area, has let you guys know that there is a tunnel underneath the lighthouse in the last section that you guys have not liberated, named the Valle de la Muerte. And she wants you to go over to Garamond over there.
It's a quality name.
And figure out how to remove its leader and governor so that the seal to the tunnel can be released and you guys can basically get into Always Field with little to no resistance, but all that stuff has been rumors. No one knows anything outside of what they've been told because nobody's really been able to get into that section of the area. So you guys lay down for your rest. Some of you slipped off right to sleep, but Craig, you, as you're falling asleep, normally when you
peacefully,
as you do that, normally
it's Freddy.
You don't really dream much. It's usually just darkness, and then you wake up. Not too much of that. But this time, as you're falling asleep, you start feeling a warmness come over you, and as you drift off to sleep, you open your eyes and you find yourself. You're in a field of many different kinds of flowers, lots of trees, and just a very warm, open, giving place. And you hear a voice go, "Hello. It's nice to finally talk to you."
Am I dead?
No, you're not dead.
Okay, because we have a lot of stuff planned, my friends and I. They need me, sort of, I think. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
And you will help them out a lot. You've come a long way in the last few months here, Prince O'Craig.
How do you know me? Who are you? Who is this? Who am I speaking to?
I'm sorry. I am the Everlight.
Everlight?
Some may know me as Saren Ray.
Sarah, what now?
Saren Ray.
Saren, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know my dad or something?
I do know of your dad, but do not know him personally.
Okay. I'm a little weirded out right now. You said the Everlight? What do you do?
I basically look over the life and redemption elements on this part of the plane here. Sort of, bringing people back to life, resurrections, things like that. More things on that side in terms of, each of our gods on the side deal with a different thing. I believe you already have met or known of people that follow Melora. She more takes care of the nature and the growth of things.
Okay.
And then my analog, or, person similar to me, Paylor, he takes care of, living beings and making sure everything goes well.
You said resurrection?
Yes.
Right. Was that you who brought me back?
Yes. When you had passed so long ago, you had called out for help, and I know a good redemption story when I see it. And I took your hand and brought you back and into the light from the darkness which you had dwelled before.
This is trippy. Yeah, it flashed so quickly. I didn't know what was happening, but I did feel a warmth. So that was you.
Yes. I have been watching over you for a while now.
So do I owe you anything now?
No, you do not owe me anything. Just as long as you choose good over evil.
Oh boy.
And only kill as long as it's for the greater good.
Oh, lady. You're a lady?
I'm a god.
Okay, so you could be anything. So that's a lot to ask of a half-orc. Did you choose right?
Yes, I did. Like I said, I've been following you for a while and keeping tabs on you ever since you needed some guidance once your brother left.
This is a lot to take in. Thank you for bringing me back. Are you also the reason why I have these different abilities?
Yes. As long as you follow me, son, you will have the gift of the Everlife and be able to heal and eventually maybe do some more powerful things. But you have to stay on the path and no needless killing.
Oh no. My dad's not going to be happy.
Dead happy.
Alright.
Yeah.
I feel like even though you say I don't owe you, I feel it's my duty to do what you ask. To do your bidding, as you would say.
Just say your prayers to me, follow the light, and never stray from it. And I will be with you always.
Thank you for explaining it to me. I feel better now.
Yeah.
Should I worry about anything? If you're a god, can you tell the future? Are
No.
we? Oh.
No.
I was hoping you could tell us if we were.
Not me, but the only one that would have any kind of power like that would be Ioun. But she's been holed up in her chamber. Nobody's really been able to reach her. She recovers.
Beat that bitch up.
We need all hands on deck. My friends and I were going into some real rough waters. Will you be there to help?
I will always be there with you. You just
Aww.
believe.
Makes me feel better.
And then she leans a little closer, and you get a better view of her. She has long golden blonde hair, wearing a pure white dress all the way down to the ankles. She has a necklace on that sort of has her symbol in there, which is a giant like star, like Everlight, like North Star thing. And she leans in and she goes, "As I said, I am always and have always been with you." And then she goes like this, and instantly it turns dark, and she has a cowl on, and she flies off.
Whoa.
A what?
The
Cowl.
A cow.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I thought he said cow. I was like, what?
I know.
And she goes, she goes,
Whoa.
"Stay true, O'Craig." And she flies off. And then you wake up.
Whoa.
You're alone in your room.
I'm not with you.
I look under my bed. Do I see? I don't see anything.
Make a perception check.
Pee your pants.
Did I pee myself? 19.
Below, underneath your bed, right to the left, you just see a amulet of the Everlight laying there.
I pick it up and I
And
study it a little bit.
Lick it.
And you feel warmth go
Smell
through
it.
your arm as you pick it up.
And I attach it to my waistband.
Yep.
Then I stay up for the rest of the.
Well, you basically got your...
Yeah. Well, I'm
This is
up.
the end of the
I'm
day.
fully awake now. And just kind of.
And the rest
Sitting
of you,
around.
nothing really occurs during your night of sleep. You guys wake up and head on downstairs.
As soon as I get downstairs, is Sakara's there? Okay. I pull her to the side real quick, and you can you guys get some breakfast real quick? I need to talk to Sakara.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't have to tell me to eat twice.
I'm just if you could order us breakfast as well. I just gotta.
Oh, that's a different
Please,
story.
please.
Oh, Craig forgot his wallet again.
Oh, Craig donated all his money to someone he doesn't know.
If you could just do me a solid, please.
That's what charity's called, Teresa.
There's a little bit of evil left in him.
At the idea of giving people money that you don't
I'm not
have.
scoffing at it. I'm saying he doesn't have any money.
I'm just saying.
So
Some lawful good we got here.
I know, right? Well, what a weirdo! I gotta talk to you. I kind of pull her over to the side. Hey, listen. I know you're all spiritual and shit. Have you ever heard of Sunray?
Sunray?
Sunray. There's
Like
a god.
sun rays?
No, maybe, but there's a god called the Sunray. And I show her the amulet. Have you ever seen?
Would I know what that is?
Roll in religion.
Steal that amulet.
You don't know he has
15.
15.
Talking
Yes,
about
you
as
recognize
me.
the spell of the Everlight.
That's Anthony
And it's
saying.
Saren Ray.
Saren Ray?
Saren Ray, that's the one. Saren Ray.
Where did you get that?
All right, don't freak out.
Did you steal it from somebody?
I don't think so. It was. I woke up. It was under my bed. Maybe the person who slept there before left it.
Then you should
But-
leave it.
But all right. So I had a weird dream, and Saren Ray visited me and said that she had been looking out for me this whole time, and she was the reason she brought me back.
So that's yours.
I think so. I saw she had it around her neck. She got all up in my business.
I don't need to know that much.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so when I woke up, it was there. So I think she wants me to follow
The
her.
goddess of Everlight
Yeah.
wants you,
Yeah.
the goddess of all that is good
Yeah.
and pure.
Okay.
She wants you.
I know. I think it was a mistake.
Me
But-
too.
So,
What do you think? What are you gonna do? How
well,
are
she
you gonna do
said
that?
she said she would grant me power to help to heal everyone, and that would explain why I can do some different things. But I can't kill unnecessarily, and I have to just be on the straight and narrow.
That sounds very difficult for you, but
But she brought me back to life. I have
Right.
no choice, right?
right.
What would you you're again? You know all this stuff.
I think that
she mentioned Melora. That's you, right?
yeah,
So she was. They're like buddy.
yeah.
So
Buddy, buddy.
Just
Yeah.
buddy.
That's the buddy buddy symbol.
Do they have a
like,
secret
like
handshake?
this.
Banging?
Maybe, Mark, are they?
Gods bang?
I mean,
Well,
the Greek gods
Greeks-
did.
That's all it is.
Good point.
So, I just want, because you follow someone, is it hard to follow a goddess or god?
No. I mean, you normally choose to follow them, but
Mm-hmm.
in this case, I think it's pretty special that she chose you. I
Yeah,
think
it's pretty
that
awesome.
you should honor her and follow her.
So I should do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know what you know about gods and everything.
I know that they're
'Cause you're a
very
big deal.
powerful.
Yeah. So she said she'll be there when we get into the heavy shit. So I don't know if that means she'll actually be there or she's there,
Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Mocking gods.
I'm not mocking.
good
No,
idea.
I'm not trying to mock her.
I don't think he understands what that means.
Well, just I'll always be with you kind of thing. I'm everywhere. So
She's everywhere.
okay.
Everywhere you want to be.
Right. So it's all right. So this is a good thing.
Yeah,
She's-
absolutely.
I'm not being punked.
I don't know what that means, but I believe that she's truthful. If she came to you and gave you her amulet,
Do you think this is worth a lot?
that is the opposite of what she wants
I
you
gave a
to.
lot of money up.
That's a good thing.
Do you think this is worth $1,000?
I think I think it's priceless. So Craig.
All right. So I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm
just
seeing you in a
don't-
completely different light.
don't tell the others yet because I have I'm a half orc, so I have to kill them needlessly and all that. But don't
Okay.
don't bring it up.
All
All
right.
right. Shake on it.
We shake
Yeah.
for those listening.
All right. Let's.
Listening at home.
All right. Let's. Thanks, chum.
Chum.
What's a chum?
Oh, this
Is that an insult?
It's a friend, I think.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
All right. Well, I'll go back to the table. Hey guys, look what I. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so you guys
What's for breakfast?
gather back, breakfast. What did you guys go and secure?
Oh, right. We were supposed to order for you guys. Sorry.
What'd you get? Can I pick off your plate?
No, I already ate everything.
There's nothing left.
Mm.
Can we get some eggs for these folks?
Does that count as killing needlessly?
No.
No,
here we
they're
go.
not fertilized.
He's gonna be a vegan now.
And to eat is not needless.
That's
That is true.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I do need sustenance.
Here we go.
I require sustenance.
Wench. Okay.
Wench. I don't know if we should go around calling people wenches. We're kind of heroes.
It's true.
Kind of.
Thor did it.
That's true.
Anyway,
All right, so how are we feeling today, boyos?
We feel good.
I feel much better.
I feel fine.
I feel much better knowing that I have no evil in me. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that must be a pretty good burden lifted off your shoulder.
I mean,
Yeah, you should try it sometime.
Maybe I will.
But
Maybe
now
I
we
will.
have to fight your evil version of you, though. So.
So you kind of put burden on us. Burden lifted off of you onto us.
Yeah.
I didn't put
Unknowingly,
it on you.
yeah.
It's not my fault.
But it's there.
I think we should be a little bit more kind to Tiresias' plight. We just found out his mom is a ghost.
I mean,
Right?
My mom's dead.
So is mine. Are all our moms dead? Yours is
No.
alive.
Yours is alive.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Loser. High five, guys, right? It's like reverse Disney. Well, I'm sorry that this happened to you. It stinks. But we're gonna correct it.
That's very sensible of you. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna fix his wagon. Right? Is that what people say?
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think. I
Right.
don't know.
We're gonna fix him good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what's our plan?
Well, we need to go to the.
We need to find Garamond
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
over
Gargoyle.
in the
Yeah.
Death Valley.
It's okay. I already knew it. I didn't want to say it.
I habla español.
Where the champion
Mm,
usually
pico.
can, right?
Yeah.
Are you the champion? Who's
Oh
the
my
champion?
God.
again?
I'm the champion.
Okay. And you're the guardian,
Nope.
No.
Is it-
Protector.
protector of the guardian.
Is this
No.
is this what Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff went through? They had to get the T-shirts if I'm the rapper, he's the DJ.
So we gotta go find Garamond, who's
Okay.
basically the Futura of the Death Valley,
Okay.
and find out a little bit more about what's going on there.
Okay. Start another revolution, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I
it
know.
really worked this time around.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work again.
Okay.
I feel like we should lay low, like
Yeah.
really low,
Yeah.
just in case.
Well, yeah. We should err on the side of discretion.
Especially since we'll be so close to Annie.
We're already so close,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we're getting every day just a little closer.
Didn't we also find a letter where someone wrote that someone within the resistance is a spy, like a mole?
Oh, a mole.
in the resistance or something.
So like a double agent kind of thing, right? So someone who's in the resistance but works for Annie.
That's not a double agent.
What is it? Is it an agent?
That's a mole.
Well, I thought they were like
Not
some.
the
The old switcheroo.
Yeah, right. So I'm an agent for the resistance,
Yeah.
but I'm also an agent for
the unresistant.
for
I think
Annie.
they're
so
just a
that's
spy for
a-
Annie.
That's agent squared.
The
That's
Nose-
just a,
nose
that's
bleeding
just
in.
a spy. All right. Anyway,
I mean, it's a double agent.
Right. Right.
Although, I guess if a double agent would be actually helping the resistance.
Oh, so like I'm with the
Right. Maybe
resistance,
use it
Helping both
actually
sides.
helping
both
Annie,
sides.
but helping the resistance.
Right. They're just
Oh.
acting like they're helping the resistance
Okay.
for information.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
Like,
the goddess
I need
Black
a, I need a
Widow.
long
Like the
rest
famous,
now.
the famous thespian Matt Damon played the play Dearly Departed.
Oh, that's
Before.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good play.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
The one guy.
So many
kinda-
twists and turns.
Right.
I mean, it's really just one big twist. Let's be honest.
That one guy phoned it. That one accent though, he phoned it in.
It was a little hard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Maybe not.
So, as you guys talk, Futura comes up and says, so, if you guys are on your way out, just to let you know, when you head in there, it's going to be slightly different than the last two times. He's going to find you. It's not going to be somebody,
Feeling me up.
giving you, running into someone and handing you, like we have been doing. There's different kinds of guards in that area.
Why are there so many different guards?
What do you mean?
What do you
kinds of guards?
Are they going to be wearing long cloaks, hoods?
The only reports is that
I'm scared.
they're a lot more perceptive to things than the guards in these two areas.
that would make
so,
sense. They're the closest to Annie.
Holding
So,
And especially if it's beefed up.
the last communication we had with Garamond just said if anybody does need to see him in person, to find a safe shelter, and he will find you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Do we want to try to get these things, what's the word I'm looking for?
Identified? Sure.
Good call.
Futura, where can we get these things? I got these bracers. Can we find a person that can identify these?
she goes, oddly enough, the closest person, unless you want to backtrack all the way into Jerkson,
No.
would probably be Garamond. He is.
Okay.
He used to run a shop over in that section.
Okay.
As well as he used to be the night watchman in the lighthouse. So.
Okay. Well, I guess it's really not that pressing of an issue. We can wait
he
till we
would
get to
he would be
Garamond.
the closest one for you guys.
Okay.
So I guess we're going to
Find Garamond.
Garamond, the Death Valley.
Now, should we be in disguise or something?
Yeah.
Since she's clearly looking for us. Some of us can do that. Some of us can't.
I mean, I could just pretend to be my evil version of myself.
That's true. So
That
I
is-
need a disguise.
Though that's
Yeah.
drawing a lot of attention to us.
Yeah, that's true.
And we don't know where he is.
Although-
but that's pretty badass.
You're fucking walking around like him regardless.
Right.
But he's in a armor with Bahamut on it, so
This.
Can I turn my armor inside out? Does that
it's like warped this way.
work?
Yeah.
What? Wait, if I give you the hat.
Okay, that would work.
Ka-tink.
Who am I?
It kind of sort of off shape because the dragon head is not a humanoid head, but it works.
You gotta look like somebody that's not you. I think.
Anybody you want.
Anybody I want.
We've met so many people along the way.
I know. This is difficult.
I know. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of
And
pressure
you can-
thinking of something on the spot.
And Futura chimes in and goes.
I'm going to be King Roni.
Ooh, there you go.
You know who he looks like, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
now you have the 2 half-orcs in your party.
Size works. Yeah.
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 Feels
And-
weird.
And
Nice
King Roni
armor.
actually works because
Thanks.
size-wise it makes him a little more difficult to notice. It's not like you were trying to be a gnome or anything like that. You would have been a 7-foot gnome.
Oh my god.
So size-wise, pretty much works out. So you guys get ready, and he goes, you just head down that road there and points. He's already walked you outside. You just head down there. You will start to notice when you are getting close to the entrance.
Okay.
So you guys head out onto that road. Do you walk normally, or are you stealthing down the road?
I mean, I can be as stealthy as I can be. I mean, bro,
I'll
I
cast,
could be as stealthy as I can be.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
All right. So if you guys are walking stealthily, everybody roll a stealth check at 10.
Mm-hmm.
19.
All right, 19.
Mm.
Pete Sacos,
Everybody else go first.
I rolled a 13.
13.
14.
14. You guys added 10
Mhm.
to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 29 then.
Okay.
Oh my god.
35.
30.
It's actually, it was plus, I subtracted 2, it's plus 2, so it was 15.
Okay.
Sorry.
And you're not taking that -1. So.
No,
Okay.
but I had disadvantage.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Make sure your exhaustion is gone
Yep.
from your resurrection.
And my inspiration's gone too.
I am wearing a cloak, so I'd automatically save anyway.
Yep. So, you guys, no problem. Craig makes a little bit of noise walking, but not anything that would have noticed. Could have very easily been an animal or anything like that walking along the path.
Not
That nobody would have really noticed it. So as you head down, and as you get closer, do you see this stone doorway that just looks like it used to be like an old entrance to like a farm area or something. Like it wasn't like a border for anything, but with it being a stone structure, they kept it in place. And you notice that it's a little more foggy than the rest of the area as you're headed in. So what Futura said of you will know when you're there is pretty obvious to you, which she meant now.
Oh, I don't like this.
I
So
guess you're a bell ringing.
so you guys get to the inside, walk through the gate, and as soon as you step in, you feel a little bit of a chill sort of go down your spine.
That was
And you feel instantly almost as if there's like eyes looking at you the entire time. You just get that feeling.
Is this how King
everything-
feels all the time?
Everything around you
Maybe, I don't know. That's how I
looks
feel.
like it. Even the buildings and the plants around you that you can see just looks like it's been like sapped of energy and any kind of vibrancy or anything like that.
No.
Compared to where you just were, which was the gaudiest place on Earth.
I missed that
This
place.
is a stark difference to that.
This place is awful dark.
The area was known as the Bay End Slums before this, so it was already run down before whatever's happened here has occurred. The entire place sort of, if hasn't already, I'm going to hit you over the head, but this feels kind of like a graveyard, like you're walking through a graveyard. The only thing that really stands out in the area is the giant lighthouse in the distance. That is sort of obviously the tallest building by a great margin in the area. And roll a perception check, everyone.
Oh, shit. 10.
10.
10.
17.
Oh.
Okay. So all of you notice immediately that where you would normally see like the light for a lighthouse is actually a flashing light that seems to be crackling with a purple energy in it. Like that's how it's doing the lighthouse. You at your 17, each time the bulb flashes, you hear a certain noise come through, and you see a sign of a man in a long trench coat
This place is so creepy.
and a giant hat on with long hair, and just a silhouette of that flashes
That's awesome.
as you look up, and then instantly, once it notices you, notice it stops.
That's my favorite part.
And
I
then
like the attitude version better.
you guys have entered, as you surmise, the Valle de la Muerte, or Death Valley. And so what do you do?
All right.
Shit my pants.
What's that smell?
I don't know.
Shit himself.
Oh,
All right.
That's
What just
sorry.
happened?
All right.
This
I
place.
don't like this place.
No, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
Are there any people around? Do I notice
You have
anyone?
not noticed anything yet.
There's nothing. Oh, Jesus Christ! We're the only ones walking around.
We need to.
We need
really
to find
careful.
shelter.
Yeah, let's look for a
Yeah.
abandoned building or something.
Good
Can
call.
we?
So roll perception again.
All of us are just.
Yeah, just
Yep, everyone. Oh, me? Just me?
yeah, we'll just have her go
18.
first. 18.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So you find that there are many abandoned buildings in here. So it's just a matter of, some look a little more like caved in from rubble, some don't. You might need to investigate to see which ones actually work as shelters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Can we look for the most sturdy,
Okay.
safe
So
one?
investigation.
Investigation. 19.
19. So as you're going over, you find a house nearby, but on your walk over, you notice out of the corner of your eye, coming around the corner is a patrol. It's made up of, you see, first coming around the corner is 5 humanoid-type figures, all about the same height coming around, and then right before you get to the door, you notice one that is probably 2 to 3 times the size of it. Same thing coming around behind it.
Can I try to hide?
Yeah. You guys.
I mean-
Well, you're in front of that building, so do you guys want to run in there? Do you stealth into there, or do you guys sprint in?
We need stealth in,
Okay.
Alright.
So roll stealth checks.
and then add plus 10. 21.
21.
23.
28.
Okay.
It would have been higher. I've
So
disadvantaged.
Zakara sort of waves you
Rolled a
in
14
because
and
she's
a
the
9.
only one that sees any of this going on, and you guys get in, open the door real slow, no problem. Don't make any extra noise. And as you go inside, you sort of just peek out, or Zakara just sort of peeking out the window. You guys are confused as to why she's being as cautious as she is, and then you all notice,
Just huddled in the corner.
Oh, we
walking by the window, you see 5 armored skeletons
Oh, shit.
walk by, and then basically you just see from the femur down of another skeleton walk by the window.
It's a big ass skeleton.
Do you guys see that?
Yeah. This is.
Yeah. Hard to miss.
I feel like this feels like hell.
It looks like it. This is what I would imagine some sort of hell would be.
This place is awful.
It's going to be difficult to create a Marxist revolution.
Yeah.
Are you guys tired of being dead? Don't you want to live?
I mean, that could work.
All right. Well,
We're not.
No.
where do we?
We just
Did you see any like alleyways that we can kind of duck around, or?
I was just
We just
looking
need
for
to stay here.
a place to stay, yeah. And
Oh, until
I saw them and I kind of just panicked.
They're gonna find us, right? Gilgamesh is gonna find us.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Gilgamesh, you've never been more correct.
All right. Well,
Mark's like, I like that name.
I really hope that this person shows up soon. I want to go.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's just try to be really quiet.
All right.
So,
And don't
do you
breathe.
guys want to take a look around in the house?
No,
Or-
Sure.
I don't want to move.
Okay.
I'll
Look around too.
I'll
Roll
look around.
perception.
Just stay within 30 feet of me. 13.
14.
What'd you get? 13?
Rolling the same.
All right. Yeah, so you all notice it's very simple. This was definitely a family house. Not you didn't sneak into a shop or anything or anything fancy. It has second floor basement. You notice right away. Very, very low income living. There's a word that I was trying to think of, but does nothing real fancy in here, and it just looks like it's just been untouched for a long time. Like nothing is out of place. There was no signs of struggle or anything. It just seems like it looks like a what's that called, a model home sort of setup.
Modular.
Just-
Modular.
Yeah,
Like a model for a modular.
yeah, just sort of perfectly set up as though some
Staged.
yeah, something like that. So you can't tell from those rolls whether how long it's been or whether it's a fake setup or it was actually somebody's house.
Do you think everyone, like all the patrols, are skeletons here?
Probably.
Why?
I have something that can help transform us into something else.
What do you mean?
I have polymorph where I can.
Oh, me too.
Yippee.
Aren't you guys cute?
I said it first though, so mine's better.
Whatever. Mine was more important.
Maybe that could help us traverse.
I sound like a married couple.
Maybe that could help us traverse the area. I don't know.
You can turn all of us into something else?
I think so because I'm so high level and such a great
I feel
sorcerer.
like my spell doesn't work like that.
What is happening right now?
I don't know. Hold on.
These guys got very lame very quickly.
Hold on.
Yeah, so as this discussion's going on, you guys are basically taking a short rest here. That you really don't need to
I'm
do
just
anything. but-
admiring my green skin now because I'm a half-orc still.
No, I guess
Touching
that
the
doesn't
top
take.
of my
I thought it, at a higher
mohawk.
level it helps.
Yeah, so just to let you know, we never really had to go through this with him because it was always short term. But you only get 3 uses of that a day,
With
The
the hat?
hat?
Oh, I don't plan on
and
using
it
that.
lasts for about an hour. So each
Okay.
day. So you got about a half hour left on that, guys.
Once we go into battle, which I know we're going to do, I'm just not. I'll toss it back to.
I'll throw it in the garbage.
Threw that map in
So-
the river.
So
So-
half hour goes by. You guys are still, you two are still arguing over probably more for a half hour.
My polymorph's better.
I
than
turned it
you.
into a frog though.
And I'll have Tiresias roll perception.
Quietly.
I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
That's not good.
So, like, what was Tribeca wearing? She wasn't wearing a metal bikini, like you mentioned.
I didn't say that. I
You
don't
said
know.
you said that
Three.
she didn't.
3.
I don't. Would I have known what Tribeca was wearing?
She.
She was naked.
Man, this is.
You can
this-
tell him whatever you want. We'll take the semi
She was
out of
naked.
game. Yeah.
Man, what's this spell called?
Scrying.
Maybe I should learn that.
So,
I think I can actually.
so as you guys are having this conversation, Tiresias just sort of in his own head admiring his green skin, thinking about everything he's learned, and then you look up, and then all of a sudden there's a figure standing next to him,
Oh my god.
Next to me?
and
That's your reaction.
At this point, nothing surprises me.
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
so
It's Raven.
you guys are all sort of
Tiresias, don't
Jolted
look now. There's
by,
someone next to you.
What?
We're trying not to scream.
trying not to make any noise. The figure is putting a finger over his mouth, sort of.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
He's gonna kill us all.
Trying to whisper, and she goes, and she flashes, he flashes the symbol, the P with the little W from Futura, and just looks around and see if there's any acknowledgement of that.
Okay.
Just give him like the, like I see you.
Namaste.
Namaste. I sign very terribly. We're with the resistance. It's not even close.
Yeah, what?
Does the sign language exist in this world?
Not American Sign Language.
It's half-orc sign language.
Half-orc sign language?
So he nods, looks over to you guys and goes, follow him. And then you guys head out. Once you get out, roll stealth checks again.
After you. 6.
So, 16.
25.
21.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
Not a good roll.
So
No.
Oh, what?
Not good.
24.
So you guys head out and you start going down the street. You get to an alleyway and you see another patrol comes and the figure, all dressed in like a black outfit, sort of just waves your side to get you behind a building, and you see another one of those patrols walk on by again. 5 skeletons, and this time you can actually see the height. The skeleton is probably about 12 foot tall. The one in the back there.
It's a big boy.
So he is pretty big. They're not messing around here. You guys walk down a little bit further, avoiding everything, and then you slide into a building. Door closed behind you, and they lock it. And roll, you two, Craig, Zakar, roll perception.
20.
21.
You guys notice as you're walking into the building, another one of those things hanging from the front door, and when it spins around, you see a symbol that's a cross, but it's one bar and then a little bar below it. That's sort of, a symbol here. And you've gathered through the last 2 that this symbol hanging from a door that only you can see means it is a sign of the resistance and the headquarters. So you guys walk on in, and Garamond turns and shuts the door and goes, "Alright, so Svishtur filled you in on everything here."
Sort of?
You should probably tell us what exactly is happening here.
Alright, pulls back the hood and you see it's an older elf with long gray hair, sort of been around the block a little bit here, looks a little roughed up, sort of removes the mouth guard, from the sneaking outfit that he had on, and he goes, "Alright, well, let's go here," and point you over to a table in the room that you're in. You guys sit around the table, and he goes, "Well, I'm assuming you've already seen the patrols."
Hard to miss them.
Yeah.
So, right after, Callaway took over, they started to arrive, and they got more and more to them. It started out as 2 skeletons, and then it was 3 in one of the big ones, and it was 4, and now it's 5 in one of the big ones. I don't know how he's continuing to produce more, but the only other thing is these patrols are much lighter during the day, but there's more of them during the daytime. There are more things in the patrol at night, but less of them. So it's really give and take when you decide to move around in the town, just to let you guys know.
Are there people here?
Unfortunately, I am the only living thing here.
Oh,
Jeez.
There are technically people here, but I don't think you'd be able to communicate with many of them.
Well, that's okay for me.
Alright, so this guy rules over just like the dead?
Yeah, essentially that's what I've been able to gather. I've just been trying to gather intelligence for the last few years, and as I slowly but surely seen less and less living people around here. And then you see a light bulb pop off on his head. He goes, "Oh, that's how the patrols are getting bigger." No.
That's not
You
dark
guys are
at
on
all.
the same level. Okay.
Yeah. Not great. Not
and
great.
he goes, and I've also been trying to find alternate ways to get to the tunnel that I'm sure you've heard about
Yes.
that leads to where Annie is currently located. Through my research, the only door that seems to be available is below the lighthouse. I got excited when I found some books that spoke of tunnels by the Clasp that had been all throughout the city, because this was a trade port and they sort of ran this city for a long time. Then eventually the Myriad from Wildmount came in and sort of used the same tunnels and did the same things. But as far as I can tell through my research, at least this section that I can tell, every other entrance or tunnel has been collapsed, except for the one that leads to Annie. And from what I've gathered in my research and just stakeouts and stuff of the lighthouse, they use that tunnel to usher VIPs back and forth to her without them having to walk out in,
Okay.
amongst the common folk.
Wouldn't
The
want to do that.
Right.
the leader just stays up in that third floor. I'm sure. Have you seen the silhouette?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have.
Yes.
And I retconned. I told everybody
Yeah.
about it.
The guy in the hat.
Yeah. So he stays up there on that third floor, and I am pretty sure he's the source of what's sealing the door to the tunnel.
Of course.
Because the only time I've seen people exit is literally about 5 minutes after you see a large purple flash occur up there. Not the one that happens every so often, but there's a more prominent one, and I think that's when that seal is released, so someone can come through the door.
Okay.
Um,
Would I know what that is? Would I know? Is that like some kind of arcane?
roll Arcana.
12.
12. So what he's describing sounds like someone that could be, arcane in nature.
Okay.
You have not heard particularly about a spell or a certain spell that you can do, but it doesn't seem like it's like some kind of barrier or something. It seems like there's definitely magic involved.
Okay.
And he goes, so, I kind of need your help, so I'm glad you guys are here.
Seems like it.
I can't take them on by myself. So, you
Well,
guys
what's
have
the
any questions or anything you...
What's the quickest way to this guy?
Well, quickest way would be go right down Main Street,
I'm
the
assuming
wide
that's-
street here, but you're going to run into your most guards,
Right.
your most resistance there. I mean, I guess you could stealth around to, buildings, but that street's pretty wide, and it would be a lot harder to go right down the biggest street in the section. Good news is this used to be, very impoverished area, so there are lots of slums and small, tenements and stuff like that will just pop up and can easily duck in and out off the roads. But it would take a little bit longer to get to him that way.
Is this guy actually dead?
I do not know. I have never met him.
Or undead, I should say.
Yeah, so I've never met him in person outside of seeing the silhouette up there. I've only overheard rumors and things from the guards, the patrols and the other people that were around before they all disappeared.
Okay.
So
Is there a place where he likes to hang out? Like, does he own like a pasta restaurant? By
no,
any chance?
that would be great if he did, but no, nothing like that. It's just the lighthouse.
You don't want to go to Ollie Ben, then. You'll be very disappointed. Ollie Bay, sorry.
Yeah, it's really just the lighthouse. He basically controls the in and out from land and sea of this section of town. Basically, I'm assuming you guys are not native to here.
No, sir.
So,
Out of towners.
yeah, you probably came by land or possibly air. I don't know how you would have made it this far if you came by air.
We tracked it.
But yeah, the sea route is completely off limits.
Okay.
Any boats that get crossed that do not have clearance are immediately either forced back or destroyed.
All right, so
So-
don't go by water. Got it.
We're assuming that's why there hasn't been, a whole lot of rescue efforts in here.
Gotcha.
Is that
Well,
nobody's really been
everyone's
able to
dead,
report what's
so-
been going on.
Are there people still alive in this part of town?
I have not seen a living soul in months.
All right, so let's just walk through.
Well, there's
We
the
just gotta
guards.
get the lighthouse, right?
So should we go at
Well,
nighttime?
I'm just saying, like, the less time we spend here, the better.
Oh, 100%. But
I don't
he's
give a
saying
shit about this guy. Like,
But-
he's ruling over a place that's filled with dead people.
right. But there's too many. There's too many guards.
Right. Well, we just gotta get the lighthouse.
How far is the lighthouse from here, would you say?
The lighthouse is probably, I don't know, I haven't tracked it out, maybe a couple thousand yards, maybe?
Mentioned door that.
Yeah, I was just Mulder
Yeah.
tunnel.
That can't be right. A
Well-
couple of thousand yards, like over a mile.
It could be.
Yeah, so it's a mile.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a trip, but that's not too bad.
Yeah, like I said, if you guys ever seen a map of Stillbend, it does jut out into the swamp and then circles back around on this side.
Okay. Well,
I think that is why they chose to keep that tunnel open, because it was the furthest from anything else
Gotcha.
in the city.
Okay. There's no like underground tunnels besides.
the ones that are collapsed.
They're all collapsed. I've been through them all.
I'm assuming mending's not gonna work on that.
I don't,
Yeah.
and I don't have mold earth prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's really just got to figure out how to get that, seal off the door and to get the guy through that way. If you, on your way, I know there isn't much left for me to talk to you about. It's sort of like I need to trust you guys to go take care of this. There's a storehouse on the way. I don't know if there's any supplies left. I have not
Well, what
seen
would
it.
dead people need with supplies?
He means
It could have been
No, I know.
destroyed
would
at
be
some point
looted.
recently.
Sure.
But there is one nearby that if you guys want to go see if it hasn't been picked over before everyone disappeared or else, because it basically became a free-for-all once the skeletons started showing up.
Okay.
Question. How far are we from Annie's place?
You'll be a little over once you get to the lighthouse. It's about a half mile from there. So currently you're about a mile and a half.
Okay.
Roughly.
Well, I wonder
Have
if
him
it was
check
just-
the bracers before we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
good
I've got
call.
these bracers. Can you tell me what they do?
And-
And the chest plate, right?
I do have a chest plate. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So he takes those off you, puts them on the table. Draws out a little arcane circle, and the bracers are bracers of defense. And the plate is a mithril plate. So if you guys want to look up and see if that, helps any of you
Can't
guys.
wear that.
I can't.
Let me see. I might be able to wear it.
You could probably wear
And
that, Tyrese.
He says, you may have already known this because you didn't ask me to check it, but that shield is a special shield. So,
Oh, tell me more.
yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so it's a shield for catching arrows. It'll help out a lot, and if you're facing any archers or anything like that. I haven't had much use for it here, but if you guys feel like you could
What do
use it,
the bracers do exactly?
I believe they make you a little more hardier to hit.
Hardier? All right. Well,
It's a +2 to your AC.
And the
can you wear the bracers?
Nope.
Or they're metal?
Yep.
You have too many rules.
I don't believe in metal.
And to
MITH.
and to go into things with the arrow
RIL.
catching shield, you get the normal +2 that the shield has, but then you get an extra +2 if it's an arrow sent to your direction.
You have to be attuned to it, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
attuned. Yeah.
Do you want?
Adamantine is in this freaking.
Mhm.
Why not?
No, mithril is spelled different. It's MITH. I thought it was MY.
Mithril breastplate.
Breastplate, or is it just a plate?
I had it written down as mithril plate. I don't know if that was just a shorthand I did, because as I mentioned to people before, and I'm talking to strangers, I'd written this section of the game months ago.
I can wear the mithril plate, and I won't have disadvantage on all my freaking stealth checks.
Nice.
That would be good.
Nice.
Who wants the bracers?
I mean,
I don't need them.
I'll take them then, because she can't wear them.
Okay. So you got bracers of defense.
Bracers of defense. So I have to drop something.
Yeah, you can only be attuned to 3 things.
Yeah. I'll drop Dreesem's Bane, because I never use it.
Aw.
I'll still have it, but
It's
it won't
it'd
be.
just be a spear.
It'd just be a
You
spear,
wouldn't get the acid
Yeah,
or
you don't
poison or
ever
whatever
use
it was.
Yeah. Sorry, Dreesem's. I was so excited for you. What are bracers of defense?
Yep.
Yep.
And in the bag of holding, there's also a Berserker's Great Axe, if anybody wants to.
Just kidding.
And we have the Lasso of Truth. I think you have that, right?
did we decide if the
Latari had it.
great axe was
Oh,
one-handed or two-handed?
Latari still has it.
So he goes, he's like, by the looks of this stuff, you guys have taken down a pretty good foe, huh?
The people did.
Yeah. We just goaded them on a little bit.
I mean, we did turn him into a frog and then blew him up.
That was pretty awesome.
With his own vodka.
It was pretty shitty. Alright, so I'm gonna spend... How long does it take to attune to it?
30 minutes.
Can I spend the...
Yeah, you guys take another short rest. The most short rest you've ever taken in this game.
And we don't even need to.
So what's the Great Axe? What does that do?
Yeah,
Fucks guys
so
up?
the Great Axe is a heavy 2-handed weapon.
Berserker great axe.
Yeah, it'd probably be just under Berserker Axe, and then there's a chart for Hand Axe, Battle Axe, Great Axe. This one is a great
It
axe.
is two-handed.
Yep.
I don't think I can use a two-handed weapon.
Right, put it in the bag of holding.
The axe is cursed, and becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you.
Let's put that in the bag.
Do you want it back in the bag?
Put it in the bag.
Only you can use it, right? I mean,
I'd be the only one, and I don't want to use it.
Alright. So back
Not
in
if
the
it's
bag.
cursed, especially.
Don't
Yeah.
fuck with those curses.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Especially not now. Maybe once we're
Maybe
done.
your brother will want it.
It's true. You can trick them. Hey, you want this?
Yep, so as O'Craig gets attuned and sort of looks over and sort of tightens them and gets the bracers to where he needs them to feel right, takes about a half hour. You guys talk a little more. Garamond sort of denotes to you which route's probably the best to take. So when you guys are ready, you can head on out and we'll see where it takes us.
Alright. Do we want to just do like a straight shot at the...
Well, let's take the route that he told us to go.
Okay.
Now, me just being crazy. It's a half a mile from the lighthouse to where Annie is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mile there. What's stopping us from just bypassing the lighthouse and going right to where Annie is?
Because we'd meet a lot more resistance going straight at Annie.
You
I
think
mean,
so?
I don't mean like literally just walking down the street. Like avoiding the lighthouse altogether. Stealthing our way past the lighthouse. Stealthing our way that extra half a mile.
It's possible.
There may be something in that lighthouse we need.
True. And it's
Possible. Could also
And-
be
A trap, I know.
a giant trap.
But once we get to Annie, if she has this guy to call upon,
Yeah.
that's just one
Then
more
we're
person
getting
we're
flanked.
taking on.
I suppose.
Right.
Okay. Just plain Deadpool's advocate.
No, I think it's.
Because I don't see what.
It's not a terrible
You know,
idea.
you almost had me.
Yeah, right.
Right, it's not a
Almost.
terrible idea
It's
to
just like
by go.
this place is
Awful.
literally dead.
It's horrible.
Right, we're not
I hate
saving anyone here.
I hate
Nobody
this place.
here.
Right, I'm not.
Maybe there's some people in the lighthouse. I don't know. But according to Garamond, who is supposed to be our reconnaissance,
This guy. Who
he hasn't
knows this
given
guy?
me he hasn't given me any reason to actually do anything in this town.
Well, he did say that people are showing up less and less, and more.
Right, he's essentially killing people and creating them into his
Or
army.
are we killing people and they're popping up here? Is this
Oh my
is this
gosh.
where they go when we
What
kill
if
them?
Terry is here?
What if Terry was one of those
What
tall
if that's the
ones?
skeleton?
12-foot tall skeleton? I doubt it.
He just doubles in size.
I don't know. I don't know.
So are we doing this at night or during the day?
I can't even tell what time of day it is. In
Right.
This town.
Yeah,
It doesn't really matter. There's
Yeah.
no sun. It's
Yeah.
always dark and foggy.
Yeah, you would assume, because nobody has keen mind,
Hasn't
right?
changed.
As a feat.
No.
You would assume that it's probably
Yeah, I do.
sometime around noon at this point, just based on your travel and the sneaking and all that. That would be your guess. As Tiresias pointed out, with the fog and this location, it's kind of tough to get a direct sight of the sun in the sky.
But like,
For you guys, but you do know it is light out,
Right,
so you do know it's daytime.
All right. Well, I don't know, guys.
Let's just go towards the lighthouse and see stealthily.
Passed out of trace is over, right?
Yeah, you'll have
Only
to
lasts
cast
for
it
an
again.
hour.
But you took a short rest.
Garamond.
Does it?
Question.
I get a spell slot back from
No.
short rest? No.
Yeah.
Question, Garamond. You mentioned, like the fact that we probably didn't come from the air. What happens if something came from the air?
Well,
What do they
have you
usually do?
noticed the giant red dragon that's been flying around town?
Yeah,
Right,
we
but I
know
mean-
him personally.
Oh,
So-
really?
But they've been pretty hands off the last two places that we've been.
Yeah, they haven't really messed with us.
So he's been patrolling, like
Yeah, I
this
have.
place specifically, or
No,
I mean, granted, we haven't come from the air anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just doing it as an assumption. I haven't seen anyone attempt to come from the air, but seeing a giant fucking red dragon
Right.
flying
Probably
around in the
deters
sky,
people.
I would assume that anything
Not
in
all
the
of
air
us
would
scared
be
of that.
obliterated as it came in.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to get fancy with the words.
Obliterated.
But I haven't seen it
Garamond.
personally happen. But
Okay.
that
How tall is the lighthouse?
the lighthouse is probably, let's see, average building here. I would say it's probably like, I'd say a good 100 to 200 feet tall,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
Sure.
By the way, my weapon has a bright light of 20-foot radius, so I'll lead the way.
Okay.
I guess we're not doing sneakily.
Unless you
Well,
put it
I
away.
can put it away.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I guess we're just sneaking
Should I-
around.
I
Do you want me
suppose.
to pass out a trace again?
Yes, please.
Pass without trace. Do we want to like try and go like from house to house? Kind of sneak in.
Yeah. I mean, I can disguise.
Go through the
Us.
door
What,
and
are you
then come
gonna
out
be,
the
a
window.
skeleton?
Yeah, skeleton.
Excellent.
I don't know.
I don't fit through windows.
It's like
Only like
hypothetically.
little
Hopefully
holes in the
there's a
walls
back
onto
door.
bookcases.
And Garamond says, one last thing.
You have to do this.
The lighthouse itself
Trial run.
is 2 floors, and then the top where the light is just a tiny little room that one person can fit in. That's itself.
Say that one more time.
So,
Like a coffin.
no, meaning like when you were the light operator, there was a chair in the light, and that's all that could fit in that room. So you would
Okay.
sit there and do the light. So
We have to
if
hope
you
he's
were,
not up there.
Or
If-
draw him down.
or if my thing is, or if you were, remember, if you're searching it at any point, you can only send one person up there.
Great.
Oh, Craig,
Yo,
do you think any of your Green Lanterns can help since everyone's undead?
they're not spirits though.
They can only help if they're spirits.
They ferry the spirits to the afterlife.
Okay. It's worth a
Unfortunately.
shot.
I'm assuming there's a railing around outside on the top of the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Like any normal lighthouse?
Yes.
Very safe.
It looks like a normal lighthouse.
Are you scaling the lighthouse?
I could dimension door up it
Okay.
It's
to
true.
the top.
Well, how does
Yes,
that
it
help?
wasn't I could have made it a 600-foot lighthouse.
It's just
Oh,
short
it's
of.
503 feet.
but I kept it a little more realistic.
So, even if we get there,
I could fly.
all of
it
us
too.
Come
can't be
down.
in the room, right?
There's no room to fight.
I start at the top. You guys start at the bottom. And we meet in the middle.
We pincer.
But what if he's up there when you get up there?
Well, then I'll wait for you guys.
Hopefully, it gives you time.
Can we?
I'll go on top, like
Okay.
on the top, on the roof of it.
And
It's
then
kind of like
fall through.
It's like wait.
Okay.
How do we get
wish you
him
could
down
see that.
to a fighting area? Because we need to be able to all take him on. We can't just go one by one here.
Or we could just walk up and tell him to come outside.
Knock.
Come
Time.
calling you out.
Right. I was just had to be like challenge
Come
his
out
manhood or
and
something.
play.
You be a little bitch. You gotta hide up there. I don't know. I
Let's
mean,
not.
Callaway.
we have your woman, Callaway. I kind. How tall is the lighthouse?
Oh God.
It's somewhere between 100 and 200 feet.
All right.
Dimension adorable.
I have an idea.
Dimension adorable.
Yes. And I could do something that's kind of
You sound really confident in your
Can
idea.
you just knock the lighthouse over?
yeah, kind of, but not
Let's-
knock it over. I can kind of crush it.
I like that idea.
That's drawing a lot of attention
So,
to us.
how would
Yeah.
you
Remember, we were like, hey, let's not try and try.
Right.
And what if
that's a-
that kills the tunnel that's underneath the lighthouse?
But if I'm
Can we just send it to another dimension?
if I'm not
Put it in
mistaken,
the bag of holding.
polymorph.
That's right. I
Dimension
dimension door and just shooting it down
I'll fly above you and just.
So if
like a book sign.
Oh my god.
where is it? Hold on.
People wonder why we never get anything done around here.
No one thinks that. We just
We're so creative.
yeah, we created a revolution just like a day ago.
So with polymorph, I'm pretty sure I can become any animal, right?
You could become anything, yeah. Except a dragon.
What if
That you've seen.
Right. All right. What have I seen? I've
Welcome to
hold on.
me.
What have I seen that's big?
nothing that like you could eat? The
You've
lighthouse.
seen.
No, no.
That was
Direwolf.
my
He wants
next
to push
guess.
it over.
I could dimension door something.
I don't think you've
And-
seen anything that's big enough to crush it.
That's or maybe just make a big hole in it so that he
Why can't you polymorph into a dragon?
because
It's
it's
I
against the
tried
rules.
that.
because the
last time.
DM said so.
But she's not high
hell
enough level
no.
to do it.
Dragon
okay.
fight.
I wanted to be a little drake.
Right, because I'm trying to think of
You said no.
what have we seen that's really big.
We've seen a troll, like
A
a giant
troll?
troll.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah,
we've
I could dimension
And-
door someone as a giant troll.
And what? And do what?
Just crush the top of the lighthouse.
Why
wasn't that
are we
big,
doing
though.
that though?
Can we just fight this freaking guy?
Because we can't do it. We can't. How are we going to fight him in the one room? We can't.
How
Who said we had to?
You
How are we
might
gonna
not
get
be
him
in
down?
there. He might not be in the room.
Challenge him. He'll come
Yeah.
down.
So what
Yeah.
if I dimension?
Tell
door
him you
up
killed his
there?
brother or something.
What if?
Set him on fire.
Okay, how about this?
Okay, go for
We
it.
got to get there first of all.
That is
Yeah.
true. Yes.
But what if once we get there, you do your "I come calling you out, bro," and then
Okay.
we hear this guy dunk, 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 dunk come down steps, and while he's dunking down the steps, I dimension door up
hmm
and then come down those steps behind him,
And do what?
just
Flank him.
or just like
Hide.
kind of he's surrounded. Maybe he's got a buddy that holds his ashes in an urn, and I
Yeah.
steal the urn from that guy.
Garamond chimes in and goes, just to clarify, there are 2 floors of ample room in the lighthouse. It's just that top third area with the balcony around it.
So we just
That
got to
could fit
get
one
to
person.
that one room.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So if you do go inside and fight, there are 2 floors where you
Right.
could theoretically fight him.
okay.
We don't want to corner ourselves in that tiny room.
That's what I
there.
mean. I don't.
Like, if he's on the second floor and he hears this, then he's going to go up to the top.
So,
and then we're
and
kinda
even-
screwed.
I feel like this guy probably isn't one to just like be petty and take a challenge. You know, like called out. This is not like Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Where I challenge
What's
you.
Mortal Kombat?
It's something that we do in soldier.
That sounds like an orc thing.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah. It's. I'll explain it later. But yeah, no.
I
It's
guess
like
you
I
just
challenge
challenge-
you, and he's just like, okay, you know. And come, if he's smart, he'll be like, well, fuck these guys, and send his hordes to get us.
Which is probably what will happen.
Right.
Which is why we should be not dropping trolls on his house.
But I wanted to do it so it forces him down.
Can we just get there?
Yeah, I think that's the first.
Let's just get there and see what we see.
Okay, that's fine.
And don't turn into a troll until we tell you to.
All right.
Guilfoyle, take us there.
Garamond nods, and that is where we'll end this episode. And you guys are
That's how we end it. Guilfoyle, take us there.